Alrighty folks, so we have made it to the NWTF convention, and I'm real excited to get out there and start meeting some of the big names in the turkey hunting world, in the film industry. That's pretty well why I came down here, is trying to make this make some connections, do some fun stuff, and see if I can just have a good old conversation, and of course make some content for you guys. So stay tuned for the videos to come. We got some good things rocking and rolling, and hopefully we get a wealth of knowledge from some of these guys we see here. So follow along, and we'll be doing some videoing, that's for sure. Alright guys, today I am with Cuz Strickland, and we're going to ask him two very important questions that I've been dying to know, and hopefully this will be just a wealth of knowledge for you guys and me, myself. So here we go. All right, Cuz, what is the number one, if you only had one turkey tip, what is the number one tip that you would give someone?
All right, first off, I love your YouTube channel. Keep working at it, because it's awesome. I love what you do. I got so many tips, but if I got to boil it down to one, because I've been doing it forever. I've been with so many great people, you know, all them celebrity turkey hunters. Learn how to sit still. At some point, people don't realize, they don't give that turkey enough credit to how far he can see, how far he can hear. And in today's world, everybody's doing stuff so fast, you got to learn how to sit still. And I'm talking about sit really still. That means you got to get comfortable when you sit down, but make that a promise. All right, this time I'm going to sit still for 20 minutes. Next time I'm going to sit still for 30 minutes. You will be amazed how much better your turkey hunting will be if you learn to really sit still.
All right, and the second question I have for you is, for someone like me who's wanting to get in the video industry and the outdoor industry, what is one tip that you have for me and other people like me?
All right, here, first off, separate yourself. You have to be relentless. You have to do good topics. Number one thing, you got to be a storyteller. Here's something that storytelling will never go out of style. Some people get into this because they want to get likes or whatever. Storytelling will never go out of style. And if you learn how to tell a story and shoot good video, you'll hit it. You'll get whatever you want to do. Learn how to tell stories. Hold your camera still. Don't make people seasick. But find interesting people. It ain't always got to be about you, and make them tell their story. People love it.
All right, thank you. All right, we got Billy Yargis here, and he's going to tell us his number one tip for killing turkeys. Go for it.
Number one tip for killing turkeys is patience. Don't ever give up.
All right, thank you. Alrighty guys, today I'm here with Scott Ellis, and he's going to tell us his number one turkey tip, so take it away.
Number one turkey tip, and you've heard this a lot folks, but it is cliche, but don't overcall a turkey. The only turkeys you can overcall are Miriam's and Rios. You can give them some love, but at the end of the day, call just enough to keep him moving forward, and then shut it down and let curiosity kill the cat. That's my number one tip.
Thank you, thank you.
You bet, you bet.
Alright guys, now I am with Lake Pickle and Jordan, and I can never get his last name right. Listen, that's what I thought.
Some people call me Biscuit.
Biscuit. All right, I got you. And we're gonna ask them what is their number one turkey killing tip. So take it away, like.
So number one turkey killing tip. Try to say, if you've asked that, you probably got a lot of the same answer. You probably had a lot of folks say patience. So I must say, people get too lax in the woods. They'll give up on a spot, and they want to hear a turkey gobbling, and they start acting like there aren't any turkeys there, and they get too laid back, and they end up bumping a turkey. So, and I didn't come up with that. I learned that from watching people that are a lot better turkey hunters than I am. You can't ever let your guard down. If you don't ever let your guard down, your risk of spooking turkeys goes way down, and your chances of finding a turkey to yelp in and get a shot at gets a lot better. So you never let your guard down. That's the tip I would give.
All right, and yours?
All right, so riffing off of him, paying attention is a huge deal. But just like a baseball player, the more times that you get to go to bat, the more chances you have hitting the ball, right? Same way with turkey. The more chances you get in the woods, the more chances you're going to have success. And that's a huge part, is you can only go 3 or 4 times a year. and you're kind of wondering why these other guys are killing all these turkeys. Well, more than likely they're going a whole lot more. So that's a huge thing with me. The more time you can be in the woods, whether it's an hour or whatever you can get away for a day, you don't ever know. It may happen in 10 minutes, and that's the number one for me. The more time in the woods, more chance you have being successful.
All right, and the second question I got for you guys is, as an aspiring person to be in the outdoor industry, what would be your greatest tip to help me get to where I want to be?
The best tip for someone trying to get in the industry, it's gonna, like, I'll elaborate on this a little bit, but you have to do more than just want to get into the industry. You got to take some steps, and so what I mean by that is there's a whole lot of folks that want to get into it, but a whole lot of folks that don't ever even take the right steps to even go that direction. So for you, the fact that you're even here holding a camera, that's a good step. Like, if you can give yourself any kind of professional experience, and the more professional experience you can get, the better you are, the more you continue to put yourself on the top of the pile. So if an opportunity ever comes along, you can go up to that potential employer, whoever that may be, and you don't just say, I love to hunt and I want to film. You can say, hey, I've got experience. I know how to run this camera, and I've done this kind of photography, and I know how to do post-production. You start having some actual experience to throw behind you, you start adding more value to yourself, and it can give you a better chance of getting that opportunity within the industry.
Riffing off of him, one thing that I found for me and him both is being willing to do the work, as far as just being willing to do whatever it may be. Just always putting yourself out there, willing to do what somebody wants you to do, and just being available. Being available is huge. If you see an opportunity that happens, if this is what you want bad enough, make it happen, go do it, whether you don't want to really do it or not. You know, it's just, with me, I started as a guide at a whitetail place, and that involved cutting firewood, all the little stuff people don't think, cleaning bathrooms, toilets, all that kind of stuff. Just making yourself out there that you're willing to work to get there.
All right, thank you guys.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
All right, guys, now I'm with Eddie Salter, and he's going to give us his #1 tip for turkey hunting. Let's go for it.
Well, my #1 tip is make sure that you got turkeys where you hunting at. Because I don't care how many turkey calls you got, if you ain't got turkeys in the woods, you ain't gonna be able to kill one. But I don't really think that, you know, a lot of times we have enough patience on turkeys. And sometimes you go to the woods and you set up, and you know, you don't hear one gobble, and you call, and then you got to thinking about going somewhere else. Well, an old man gave me this tip years ago. He said, son, if you when you get ready to go and you're gonna have enough of it, if you'll sit there 15 more minutes, says you'll kill a lot of turkeys in that 15 minutes. And he was absolutely, he was right. Dead on. Patience.
Patience. Thank you, sir.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, well, I'm here at the Pinhoti booth, and I got Drew, I got Sleazy, and we're asking them what the #1 tip is for killing turkey. So we'll start off with you. I threw you a curveball, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Be sure your gun's loaded. It's
Be sure.
tough to kill a turkey without your gun loaded.
All right, now you.
I tell it like I tell everybody, determination.
Determination.
You can take all these gadgets and throw them out. If you ain't got that, it's no good.
Right. Persistence.
But load your gun first.
Load your gun and then have persistence.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Alrighty, guys, today I am with Jay from Panola Brand, and he is going to tell us his #1 tip, so go for it.
#1 tip is never spook the turkey, because you can't put that genie back in the bottle.
Thank you, thank you. Alright, guys, today I am with Dave Owens from the Pinhoti Project, and Dave, what is your #1 tip for turkey hunting?
#1 tip is time. You can't have more time, and you can't invest too much time. The more time you have to invest in any craft, you're going to get better at it, and that's the only thing I can tell you with turkey hunting. Just keep chopping away, keep logging your hours, and I promise you're going to come out better than you started. So
thank you, Dave.
You got it,
I got
buddy.
the wrong hand. Alright, guys, now I'm with Philip from the Hunt Club back in there, and we're going to ask him about his #1 turkey killing tip. So what is
The
it?
#1, well, I won't say probably the #1 turkey killing tip is you got to hunt where there's turkeys at. Reading turkey sign and figuring out you got something to hunt. So that's the #1 tip.
And then the second question we're going to ask him is, for someone like me who's wanting to get into the film industry or the outdoor industry, what is your #1 tip for getting into that?
Well, probably doing right here what you're doing there, learning how to run camera, getting with somebody, even if it's starting out from the grassroots of going along, filming somebody, even taking the step and learning how to edit and produce your own content. Now, places like YouTube, everything like that, you can have your own platform to do what you want. So start at the base level. Don't try to start out by being the professional hunter. Just go and show your passion on camera, learn how to run camera, go with your buddies and have a good time.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm here with Tim from True Tone Custom Calls, and he's going to give us his #1 turkey hunting tip.
Hey, how we doing there, guys? Yeah, #1 tip, obviously, 1, make sure your gun's loaded on safety. 2, I think the biggest issue a lot of guys have is you're overcalling, you know, a lot too loud. Yeah, so just pull back on a lot of your volume, especially on a non-windy day, and you have a lot more success on that end of it. So that's your biggest issue, is too much volume.
Too much volume.
Yeah, a lot of guys blowing too loud.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
All right, guys, I'm here with Mike Pentecost from Woodhaven Calls. And Mike, what is your #1 tip for killing turkeys?
P-A-T-I-E-N-C, and the E is silent. Patience, and keep it soft and real.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I'm in the wrong hand. All right, so I'm here with Hunter Farrier from Spring Legion, and we're gonna ask him what his #1 turkey killing tip is.
Turkey killing tip is to go turkey hunting. They'll teach you everything you need to know in the spring woods. They'll teach you what's right, what's wrong, what you should not have done, what you shouldn't do any more of, and they're gonna remind you of that pretty often. But you're not gonna learn that from any, I would say any video, podcast, book, and I wrote one about them, but they'll teach you a lot more than me or anybody else ever will. So get out there, learn from the birds, learn what they do in the rain. You gotta hunt the rain to learn that. You gotta hunt the wind to learn what they do in the wind. So the more you're out there, the more you're gonna learn, the more you're gonna kill turkeys.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey everyone, I'm with Andrew Maxwell from the Southern Outdoorsman, and he's gonna tell us his #1 turkey hunting tip.
All right, my #1 tip, I'm talking to all these people on the podcast all the time who are turkey killers, is to don't be afraid, to be patient, and stay in there with the turkeys. If something's not happening, don't be afraid to just sit there and wait it out. You got all morning, let them do something to mess up, and don't necessarily try to force something if you don't have to. So I know we all want to get aggressive, but that's not always the best thing to do. So sitting back and just listening, even if you don't kill a turkey, you might learn a lot. So that's my tip. It made a difference for me.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, guys, you just watched me going around talking to all the big names in the industry, in the turkey hunting industry, outdoor industry, and getting their #1 tip for killing turkeys. And then on a few of them, I got their #1 tip to getting into the outdoor industry. I hope you really enjoyed this video. For me, filming it, getting to meet all those guys was absolutely amazing. So many nice people out there, and it was real cool to talk to people I look up to in the hunting realm, as well as being able to share these tips, this knowledge. For me, these are questions that I've wanted to know myself, especially the ones related to the industry, and it was a big help. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and that you can tuck this away for turkey season. And if any of you are like me, wanting to get in the outdoor industry, maybe you can take some of these tips and apply it to yourself right now. But other than that, go like, comment, do all the things that you guys do. Put it down, go down over in an area and find my Instagram, Big Money Outdoors 20, and go follow that. Go follow me on Facebook. We're really trying to build this brand and get out there and do some cool videos, do some storytelling. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.